Hello and welcome back to another edition of Austin's American Flyer, where today we're doing a repair on a fairly common engine, a 290, and this is repair number 2 for Jeff, who we'll get to meet in today's video, and who is somewhat of a newbie to Flyer, or maybe we should call him a second generation Flyer guy. Today on Austin's American Flyer. All right, here's a 290. This is also an engine repair for Jeff. I just got it going. There's something going on with the motor that I'm not sure what yet. I'm gonna have to take it apart, but I added some smoke fluid, and anyhow, that smoke unit is working fantastically. But that is all the RPMs I can get out of the motor. This is wide open, and I can't get it to go the other direction at all. So there's some investigation to be done. The reverse unit seems to be in good shape. I don't see anything obviously wrong with it. I've checked continuity from here to here and to the female side of the plug jack panel, and as far as I can tell, that's all good. But yeah, there's something going on, and the engine's really dry. I shot some lubricant in there, which stopped the squeaking, but we're going to take this apart and see what we can do. Well, I hope you're taking advantage of this fun little chance to demonstrate your acute American Flyer diagnosis skills. This is actually a somewhat common problem, although I've never featured it on this channel. So I think most of you that watch this and have done any repairs whatsoever on a Flyer engine can probably do an educated guess and nail this one. So please pause the video and write your comments in. Again, this is just for fun. And I'm going to reveal what I think it is in the next video clip, and then we'll see who's right. Hello friends, another engine to repair. This is for a gentleman by the name of Jeff from Texas. This is the second of 2 engines. This is a 290, and this is from 1950, which you can kind of see in there. Can't tell what month, but the year looks like a 50, which is about right for this particular engine. This one, I was able to get it started in one direction. You can see the armature wants to turn, but it doesn't want to keep going in reverse. But if I go forward and I give it a little, nudge, sometimes it goes. There it goes. But that's all the speed I can get out of it. That's wide open. So anyhow, I've got some work to do on it. I suspect the problem with this engine is the brushes are worn out, and so they're not making good contact, which is when the armature is going one direction, like in this case it's going forward, it's pressing backwards up against the brushes. But when we stop it, and if I try to get it started here, it's going forward or away from the brushes, so maybe the springs are weak, maybe the springs are missing. But anyhow, that's first place I'm going to look. I am pleased to see how profusely it smokes. That's awesome. Love that. So, remember my comment about I think maybe there's an issue with the springs? Well, here you go. This spring is super compressed. It can be stretched a little bit, but I'm going to see it may be weak for some reason. But that's the reason this motor isn't running very well in one direction and not running at all in the other. Brushes are in good shape, but that's the culprit. so I actually put new springs in because there was one that's way too short, and the second one seemed very weak. So those went in the recycle bin, and I did some other cleaning to the motor pieces and lubrication, but I thought the results were kind of interesting. This is about where it ran before, and now this is at about 50%, a little over 50% throttle, and this is full speed. And this is what we would expect. Is this kind of a volume or kind of a speed for this kind of an engine? As you can see, runs both directions. What I love about this is the RPMs are pretty much identical forward and reverse, and you don't always get that with these engines. Oh, I guess we're going to even pick up some more speed. So yeah, this is a great engine. These 290s die-cast shell are very heavy. Even though they don't have traction tires, they pull really well, and obviously they smoke fantastically. So these are great engines if you ever get a chance to get one. This is American Flyer S scale. You want to do it because, like I said, they are fantastic engines. They're fairly simple, but they're just a blast. So I'm going to continue cleaning this one up, but I thought I'd give you an update. So in front of us is a tender top with a little bit of rust on it, and I decided I'm going to do something about this. And so step one is to use a little bit of rust remover. Now, unfortunately, I can't hold the camera and keep the tender steady while I rub this, but I think if you're watching this, you can see how the rust is starting to disappear and the shiny metal is below it. So anyhow, that is what I'm after. All right, there we go. Rust is removed, metal has been cleaned, and in a little bit I'm going to start to repaint it. And here is a second spot at the back of the tender, and here's the spot at the front. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chemically blacken these spots before I apply paint, and what that's going to do is any oxidation or rust that's still there, it should chemically treat that, because I'm sure there's minute pieces that I can't see, and I want to make sure this rust doesn't come back. So that's the next step I'm going to do. So what I've done here is I used a bluing agent, kind of like what you do to repair gun stocks or gun barrels, and it just chemically treats the metal and typically causes it to go blue or black, hence the name bluing agent. And after this dries, then I'll go ahead and apply a little bit of touch-up paint, and hopefully it'll make this rust and lack of paint disappear. So now it's been painted and I've cleaned everything, which makes it shiny, but you can, if you look closely enough, you can see where there's definitely been something done to the paint. But I think this will be a nice sympathetic restoration, with the main goal being to stop the rust, because obviously the rust will cause permanent damage. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this exploration and test of your wisdom and knowledge when it comes to flyer engines. How'd you do? Did you get it? I hope you enjoyed that. It's kind of fun. I enjoy these kinds of puzzlers myself, and it's fun to figure them out and try to see if we can increase our ability to diagnose things quickly and accurately. Thank you so much for stopping in today. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed seeing and meeting some new flyer folks. And until next time, take care. God bless. Enjoy those American Flyer trains. Keep them running. We'll see you. Bye.